Is it my turn to introduce it? I introduced the last one.
Go, do it.
No, you introduce it.
Really? You gonna do this right now?
Right now and forever until you start the podcast.
What's up, guys?
Hey!
What's up?
We're back again, man.
Episode 158
Yep, that's us.
of the one and only SuperMega podcast.
You know it, baby.
You know it well. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you've all had very eventful, fun weeks. God knows Ryan and I have. We have been busting our tight little tookuses working on this office.
And we will continue to be busting our tookuses on the office, on videos, and on content pretty much until like November is going to be where we can just finally relax and just focus on recording and being in the office.
Yeah, because we're about to go to Australia this week.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how much I wish that maybe we set up some more relaxed times, because we got to go and visit family, but still you're like away from home, like your home base.
Yeah,
like
I just want more time in LA
stuff.
where I don't have to go out of town, because this week, if you're listening to it on streaming services, we're about to go to Australia, and if you're listening to it on YouTube, we are on the way to Australia when you listen to this.
Yep.
Because we're going on cold ones with Max Mofo and Anything for Views, so that'll be a blast. But then we get back, then we go on tour, then Ryan has a thing to go to back south.
It's known as a wedding. Not my wedding.
You can tell him.
Jim was finally allowed to have a third wife.
Yep.
The second one was a tough sell. The third one even harder, but he managed a way to shit my pants, sneak right through it.
Yeah, I'm shocked. He's the only man in America that's been able to do that. But it's fucking rad. Good for him. But then after Ryan's back from Jim's wedding, we're here, I think, for the rest of the year, right? Until Christmas. So that's when things are really gonna start.
Thank God. I just want to be. I hate, I just don't like leaving home and just our work environment.
It's hard. Well, it's hard
so
getting
much.
like this set up and solidified right now when we're going so many places so much.
When we're traveling to do vlogs, when we're when we're like going to Australia, when we're essentially just, I got to visit home so far once this year.
I've been once, and that was for tour.
Yeah, and some people got upset. A small fraction of people, I'd say probably a 0.01% of people
were mad that we were out of town.
Why are you taking trips to see the family that's all the way on the other side of the fucking continent? And you can't talk to them because by the time your work hours are done and you're done with the day, they're in bed sleeping.
Exactly. I always go to call my mom and I'm like, oh, never mind, she's asleep by now. I went to Thailand to visit my cousin, and who I rarely get to see, and she's not going to live there much longer, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to snag this opportunity, see a cool country, and get to kiss my cousin on the lips. Yeah. Which I did. Very fantastic time. I would love to take you to Thailand next year or the year after that.
I just want to go to Japan again.
I want to go back too.
I want to go back like sometime in 2020.
SuperMega does Japan Part 2.
I mean, after we did lose one of our favorite vlogs.
It's out there, man. It's out there. We lost half of it.
It's physically out there.
Like, it exists somewhere.
I just don't feel like it works without, because that second half is like the meat.
No, we need the second half.
We'll do it again. We'll make it better. This time, because I lost all the footage. Not like lost it or misplaced it. It's just gone from my phone. It was, I think, because all the footage I thought would be put into a separate folder on like the camera roll or something, and it was kept in the app that we used.
It refreshed everything and cleared it out.
Yep. So that was fun. Yeah. So this time we can have all the footage of this wonderful vlog. We actually lost a good bit of footage just because of that happening with my phone.
I know. We still got so much good stuff from that, though. There's 2 more Japan vlogs on the way.
Unless one already released.
Maybe it already released this week. Who knows?
That would be nice.
We're recording this on Monday, so I can't see the future.
Of course.
Who knows? But yeah, man, it's been a fun week. I didn't do much this weekend. I slept a lot. I watched some YouTube videos.
Nice. Any particular ones you'd like to recommend to the audience?
Yes.
There's the Russian one that you were talking about.
Yeah, I found a YouTube channel called Real Life Lore, and I spent, like, no joke, probably 4 to 5 hours this weekend just laying in bed doing nothing and just watching his videos because they're amazing. He just, like, picks these, like, random subjects and then does like video essays on them, but subjects more about like historical things that have happened. And he has a lot of hypotheticals, like what would it be like if the Soviet Union was like still together in 2019? Videos like that, and they're like,
what
really
would happen
well
if Nazi Germany was reigning today?
Exactly.
Like
He did a video that I didn't even know, not Nazi Germany, but Germany had a plan to invade America, and he goes over like the whole plan. It was insane.
What was the plan?
Basically, I think they were just gonna send like a massive fleet of battleships across the ocean, and then engage the U.S. some point, and then win because they would have more than the U.S. And then they'd send a bunch of like submarines and like battleships to go up and down the coasts of like Virginia and stuff. And then they would go and they would take Boston by just shelling the city.
I think Germany needs to calm down. Do they know how big the United States is?
Well, this was back in like the this was before Hitler. It was like early 1900s.
Yeah.
And they just like, their plan was like to shell Boston, take over Boston, and then they would have Boston up north as a base, and then they would get all their ships and they would go take out all the bases protecting New York, and then go take over New York by just like destroying New York City and then going in.
Luckily, we have the Second Amendment, therefore that could never happen.
Nope. Also, the Soviets had a plan to like invade America. And
I'm sure we've had. We had.
We have a plan for everything.
We had a plan to assassinate. Cuba man.
I watched a video about Cuba.
What's his name? Cuba
Castro?
Man. Didn't we?
I like Cuba man.
Didn't the CIA or something, like it was sought out that we actually did have a plan to assassinate?
We had a lot. One of them was literally
Mr. Man?
giving him an exploding cigar.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like they could not assassinate him. They tried.
Conspiracy theorists are like, Kennedy. He was too much of a socialist. The government didn't want him to, because he talked against the CIA. He like talked against like intelligence and stuff like that. And he was very liberal with his politics.
Yeah.
People are like, he was assassinated because he was a liberal. Or because he spoke out, or because I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory, so I could get the conspiracy theory wrong, and it's still its own separate conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That's
well,
just
also
as much credible as that
dude that killed him also got killed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's
were they working together.
I don't have
the
that
umbrella
much.
Man. Oh, the man in the picture that has the umbrella that's open.
Is that like the time traveler guy?
No, it's like the weapon where you open the umbrella and it sends out like darts or some shit.
Like a little thing of ricin.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but people would use umbrellas as protest and shit.
Yeah, of course.
So
speaking of Cuba, I remember learning about this in school, but like I just forgot about it. But like I watched a video on it yesterday, so now it's like in my head again. How crazy close like the world came to ending.
Oh yeah, it was
like 6 in 1962 or something.
The Cuban Missile Crisis, dude.
Because it was the submarine at the bottom had lost contact with the surface, and it was their call to like they were like they didn't know if war had already broken up top.
Yeah.
And there were 3 guys that had to make the call. They had to unanimously agree to launch the nuke at the United States. And 2 of them said yes. And the third guy, who wasn't even supposed to be on the ship because normally it's supposed to just be 2 people, the third guy who just happened to be there said no. So like if he hadn't been there or if he said yes,
so it's not that would have like so it has to be unanimous. It can't just be 2 out of 3.
To launch a nuke.
Wait, it can't just be like all of them. It has to
at
be...
least on the Soviet thing, how they had it was like the team there that is in charge. They all have to be in agreement, and normally it's 2 guys. It's like the captain and.
So they just had to like flip a coin of like, did war break out?
Yeah, because they were getting these like dummy things were being dropped on them because. There was like a U.S. warship that detected the submarine had snuck by the blockade.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get in contact with them. So they were trying to get them back to the surface. They're like dropping like dummy things to scare them. But they thought they were real. So they were like, oh, they're trying to kill us. War's broken out. Let's launch the nuke. Oh. And then one guy said no. So
good.
That would have been bad.
If they launched a nuke, the world would be a different place today.
Yeah. That would have been a nuclear war in the United States.
Does he have a video of what Japan would be like if we didn't resort to dropping 2 atomic bombs on their mainland?
He has a lot. I don't know. I could see him doing that if he doesn't. It's like it's really good channel. I recommend it.
I wonder what Japan would be like. What would Tokyo be like today?
Not the same.
Because as we meant, we want to go. I want to go again. You've been how many times so far?
A few.
I'm not trying to make you feel
bad. I went a little. I'm a little trigger happy with going when I first realized. I was like, wait, I'm an adult. I have
tickets are cheap if you plan it months in advance. especially from LAX, because you got the international Mr. Man airport.
And my boss Aaron was like, "Yeah, go whenever you want," and I was like, oh, "Really?" And he was like, "Sure," and I was like, "Okay." So then I kind of went a little crazy with it, but
so I've been twice.
I've been 5 times.
5 times. Yeah. Okay, that's only 3 more than me.
So I've actually flown across the Pacific 12 times now. About to do it 14 because we're going to Australia.
Let's put it this way: if you and I go again together in 2020, then I will have gone 50% of the amount that you've gone.
Yes, you will have.
I don't know. I know like it sound like whenever I tell my family, when I talk to them, because I ignore them all the time because I'm a horrible son. Whenever I tell them I want to go to Japan again, they're like, "You don't want to go somewhere like Greece or London?" And I'm like, I do want to go to those places, but I can't, I don't know. Just my favorite food in general is sushi.
Right.
So off the bat, I'm going to have great, one of my favorite meals, I'm going to always have good quality there. Also, all the rest of their food is great. And I just like the environment. And I think I've mentioned this before, how I like I don't know if there's a word for it, specific, about this specific feeling, but it's kind of being alone in a crowded place.
Yeah.
Because most people can speak decent English, or a lot of people can speak somewhat decent English in Japan.
You like being lost in translation.
Oh, okay, there it is. Wow. Like the movie I haven't seen that movie you want me to see.
You should see it. It's a pretty good movie.
But I want to do that in other countries. But the thing with Japan is it's so easy to get around if you're an English speaker, and I feel like other countries it might not be as easy.
Well, the reason I like going, honestly, is I'm really sentimental, and then that was the first place I really traveled to, in another part of the world, and I had such a good time. And then the second time I went, so first time I went was because my friend Christian was studying abroad, and he had never been.
That's right.
And I was he asked me, he's like, "I'm really nervous. What if we went together for my first week there before I start classes, we can hang out?" And I was like, absolutely. So I went with him. And then he got super depressed because he got super isolated over there because because Japan can be a really depressing country, especially if you're a foreigner. They're not big fans of foreigners.
You're kind of isolated if you are.
And he also lived in an apartment, not a dorm. So he had no friends or anything. So he got really, really depressed. So then he was there for 4 months. And later in the summer, he was like, "Dude, I'm so depressed." And I was like, I mean, I could come out again. So I came out and we had a huge blast again. And yeah, then at that point I just had so many good memories. I was like, I want to.
Then you just went for fun.
Yeah, went with Aaron.
I know another country where because here's the thing, I can still get around decently, but if I were to go to Germany, most Germans speak English. They know what you're saying. I feel in a lot of European countries, it's English is yeah, we know it.
Well, also it's I guess it depends on what you want out of a travel experience. Because I do want to go to Europe. I think it'd be really cool to go to Greece.
I want to go to London. London is my I want to go to London. I want to go to. Well, that fits.
Oh yeah, really melancholy. I want to go to Italy really bad.
I like melancholy places. That's why it's because Tokyo has this melancholy vibe at night with me. Because it also rains a lot. Yeah, and I think it's because I feel separated from everything that's going on there. It's its own form of isolation.
I mean, it really is a vacation in the sense that you isolate and you're I'm from the rest of the world that for a bit, which is refreshing. That's why I like Thailand a lot too for that reason. And now I do have to say I'm getting really antsy to go to other places. I do, of course, I still want to go back to Japan really bad, but after going to Thailand, I was like, fuck, I want to go to more places.
My whole thing is the reason I want to go back is because we didn't stay in Kyoto long. I want to I haven't been to Osaka, and I want to go to the theme park that I would love about. There's I've only really been a little bit in Kyoto, and then most of the time I've just been in Shinjuku, Tokyo area, and I want to explore. I want to explore more of Japan. Because Tokyo is fun, and I love that area, and I think that would always be the hub of where I'd start and possibly end the trip. But I really want to experience other places because they're known for different things and stuff, and they have different things.
We could do legit an entire second Japan vlog series that's even longer, just about Kyoto and Osaka, because there's so much to do there. Yeah, Mount Fuji.
My favorite bar was in Kyoto. So
what was your favorite? Oh,
Black Jazz.
Oh, right. That was such a cool bar. Yeah. Well, have we talked about this bar
Was it
before?
called? It was Black Jazz.
Brown Sugar. It's called Brown Sugar.
And it had good black music.
The sign said good black music, and we were like, what? And we went inside, and it was the coolest bar.
Yeah.
It was like just super cozy.
We talked about it.
There was good black music.
Yeah.
It was great black music. It was really good music though.
Yeah.
Got a nice little cocktail, chilled with the boys.
If I were to go, I'm trying to think. I think next I would like to go to London. We're going to Australia, so that's another country we're getting out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a big one. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to go to Australia, but I've always been like, that's so fucking far away. Why would I ever go to Australia?
We're going to Melbourne.
Melbourne? Apparently, if you say Melbourne, people will make fun of you.
Melbourne.
I found
Melbourne.
out. But I'm like,
what do you say?
What? Because in Australian, they say Melbourne.
Melbourne?
Melbourne. Because
they
don't say Melbourne.
But if they didn't have their accent,
exactly.
they would.
It'd be Melbourne. So I'm like, I'm not going to speak an Australian accent when I say an English word.
The Australian accent makes you say words wrong.
You're
not pronouncing them like if you speak it without an accent, you're more phonetically close to what the word was trying to be.
Yeah, because I mean, like, it's a break off of.
Like,
well, actually, Americans
like
wrong
good
too,
old
right?
Southern drawl.
Isn't American wrong? Because it started out as like British English.
Yeah,
so
but we have our own dialect. But,
yeah.
Well, British is the correct. Like if you the way I really kind of took a. Thanks for kissing my feet.
Of course, man.
But the way I found out, where it's like, oh yeah, they're pronouncing things the 100% right ways, because I used to watch Top Gear a good bit because I found it entertaining, and there was like, we're like Jaguar, but they're like the Jaguar. Like they will pronounce the word.
Yeah. Jaguar.
It's the Jaguar.
No, I was thinking about that. I thought of a word yesterday where I was like, oh yeah, even, and of course, like I know why we don't pronounce it that way. Like even the word Los Angeles, it's a Spanish word, so it's like Los Angeles, and I'm like,
Los Angeles.
Well, I'm not gonna say Los Angeles, because it's America, damn it.
Yeah.
But it's just funny how like English. Also, like, it's funny how like different languages just butcher the word.
Las Vegas is L.A., but Los Angeles. Why don't we call it Los Angeles?
Because English just simplifies everything
to an ah. The O makes an ah.
And Los is like a. I think it's like whatever's easier to say. I think Los is easier than Los.
Yeah.
It's like less effort.
Lo la lo. Yeah, because you have to form an O.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
God, too much work for me.
Too much. I'm not gonna say, because I remember the first time I really thought about it was I was in an Uber and the driver was Mexican. He was on the phone and he said Los Angeles, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be said.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna say, like, imagine like how goofy you'd look going to like a coffee shop, like meeting up and like, yeah, I'm from Los Angeles. It's like,
well, you'd seem like an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So, out of fear of being an asshole, I'll say Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Los Angeles.
That's how you pronounce it.
That's how it should be pronounced. This is America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In terms of major car companies, I know we mainly on the street you will see American, German, and Japanese. Those are like the three big ones.
Yeah. Why has China not ever stepped in that market? Because like, wouldn't you think China would?
I think it was Top Gear that. I'm sorry if I'm spewing false facts. Look it up for yourself if you're interested. But I think that China specifically, like they do have their own brands of cars, but that they only use in China. They essentially not steal, but they
just take the designs and make their own.
But it's cheaper and not as well built.
Oh, just so they can like fuel their economy with. Because when I was in Thailand, for instance, it's a kingdom, so it's not like a democracy.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have a bunch of different rules on everything. For instance, like, first of all, no free speech.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, pedestrians don't have the right of way. So that really scared me.
Wait, where's there no free speech?
Thailand.
What does that mean?
That means like you can, if you were to speak out politically, you can get put in jail type of thing.
So what if you as a tourist speak out politically?
I don't know, actually.
Fuck fuck Thailand.
No, stop.
What if you say that? Like, will you get in trouble in Thailand? Like, would the police be like, ooh?
I guess it depends. I think like if you speak bad about the king, because like they got pictures of the king everywhere.
Wait, the king of Thailand?
Yeah, dude.
Not like ambassador.
No. He's the king. It's a kingdom. It's like a royal family, and the king is this like,
and he actually has power.
Yeah, he's this weird looking.
Does he have
dude.
a crown?
he is all decked out in the royal shit. And they have, when I went there, they had massive billboards everywhere that said "Long live the king" with like big pictures of him. And on like the train, they'd play the national anthem with like a picture of him.
Wait,
he's a little weird looking. He's a little goofy looking. He's not the most like kingly looking dude. But apparently his dad was the one that like kind of revolutionized Thailand and changed it from when it was Siam or whatever into Thailand. So everyone loved him. But his son apparently is not very liked, or he's very like corrupt or something. He's a little weird looking, right?
Yeah.
He's a little like he looks like he didn't get enough sleep. He's got that Matt Watson.
Well, I haven't found his picture. Sorry, I just agreed before because I just assumed that it didn't load yet.
Well, I could have been lying to you.
Okay, I'll see if he's weird looking. Hold on. Thailand king. Is there a prince?
Try to pronounce his name after that. Because God knows I can't.
There he is. Okay. Wow, he's that looks more like, that doesn't look like a king. That looks like Castro dictatorship type apparel.
Yeah, yeah. I went to the palace. Beautiful fucking place.
And his name is?
Pronounce that for me. First try, go. No stuttering.
Maha? That's his first name,
Just
right?
go with no stuttering. Your hardest.
Maha Vajralonghorn.
It's crazy last name.
What is it? How do you pronounce it?
See. Maha Vajralonghorn, I guess.
Longhorn?
Longcorn.
Like the steakhouse?
So this is the picture that they have all over, like on billboards and everything. It's all over buildings and like.
Does he have a sword with him? Like a little tiny
so
sword?
What I heard was apparently like he's pretty corrupt and again, I don't know that much about Thai politics, so I'm just going off of what I was told. So please, if this is incorrect, feel free to do some fact checking and look it up. But I heard he built like a crematorium in the national palace for like kind of to silence his enemies, because he would just kind of like make people disappear.
He married a flight attendant. What?
She got lucky.
Former flight attendant turned royal guard is named Queen Suthida days before his own coronation.
Damn.
Has married the deputy head of his personal security detail in a surprise wedding and given her the title Queen Suthida.
I think you'd really like Thailand a lot.
I feel like when it comes to monarchies and stuff like that, I feel like there's a lot of, the whole show Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Definitely, because it's a family thing. What was I saying, though? What led me into this? I was saying about Thailand, what I learned is pedestrians don't have the right of way, which that's scary as fuck.
They don't have freedom of speech.
But there was a reason I brought this up. God damn it.
Because it's different and funny.
No, what was it?
I don't know.
Fuck. I brought those up as tangentially, and now my main point has gone. And then I'm going to be editing this later, and I'll remember it and be like...
Because you'll hear the context.
Yeah.
Well, if you explain it, Matt, if you figure it out, he put your voice clip explaining what it was, right? Here.
And if there was nothing, then
you have to record an apology,
Ryan,
for not thinking of it.
It's killing me, though. It is killing me right now. You know when it's like on the tip of your tongue?
No.
We're talking.
Yes, I do.
I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know.
We were talking about other countries.
We're talking about going to other countries, maybe?
Yeah.
Want to go to Italy?
Talking about cars.
Cars?
Something about cars. I was talking about how you were like, how come China hasn't hit the market big? And I was like, they do, but it's all like shitty wannabe.
I remember.
Yeah,
it was all about just like monopolies, because in Thailand, this was the longest winded like thing to get to this point. The smallest point.
Is it worth it, you think?
I mean, it's not like a big grand point.
I'll judge it afterwards. Go ahead and spill your beans.
For the economy in Thailand, there's only like one beer that's allowed to be made. There's only like one official Thai beer. There's other Thai beers, but they're made in like Laos and then shipped in, or they're made in like Myanmar or something and shipped in. But there's only one that's allowed to actually be like made in Thailand for like, I don't know, it's a monopoly. That's all I was gonna say.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty good though.
So you can only have one beer made in Thailand?
There's only one that's like manufactured.
That's what I'm saying. There's
there's more Thai beers though.
So they have a state-sponsored beer?
I don't know if it's my cousin just told me that like they're only allowed to produce one beer in Thailand. Also,
is that a federal law? Then I would say
so.
that's state-sponsored, because that's a state-sponsored beer.
I don't remember which. I think it was
if legally
Chang.
they only have it so that one beer can be made within the confines of Thailand, then yes, I would say that the government is overreaching their power and placing their own monopoly.
From now on, it's only Heineken. Sorry. It's like only Heineken can be made.
Well, I mean, if he had some under the table dealings with Heineken and then was like, only Heineken can be made here.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
do you have a favorite beer? I know you're not a big fan of beer. Is there one that you like the most though, from what you've tried?
Honestly, because I've only had like probably 4 different kinds of beer in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you might.
I could count them all on one hand, I bet. Let's see. The best I've had so far is Kieran, which is
Kieran's
we
good.
had it round
That's very
1.
smooth.
It was very like, okay, I can drink this. I've
very
had
drinkable.
I've had Kieran. I've had Blue Moon, Corona. I had.
I don't like Corona.
What's the shitty? Not the shitty, but what's the Yingling?
Yingling.
And
it's a college beer right there.
I had a sip of like Bud Light way early back. Maybe Bud Light and Budweiser. I've at least sipped it once. That's 6 beers.
I'm not a big fan of most of those beers.
And I had one that I didn't recognize at all because me and some friends went to what's it called? It's this big fucking cafeteria style type bar in downtown.
Cafeteria style bar?
Where it's like, there's like a lot of tables and it's really huge and there's the bar up front. And I'm trying to... It is the something. Hold on. What? I bet you I can go to my maps history, you know?
I wonder if you would like beer more if you tried better beers. Because I feel like there's types that are just like easy to drink. My favorite easy drinking beer is just Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's a very college beer, but it's just like very easy to drink.
In my Lyft history, I could probably find out, right?
Ooh, maybe I've been there.
Is there a Lyft history?
It's time to find out where Ryan got drinks and food at a cafeteria-style bar.
Ride history.
Did you know on Uber
this is the
and
guy.
Lyft, you can like read what people have said about them, like in the review section, and you can look at their picture like full resolution?
Really?
I've been saving a bunch of Uber drivers' awkward selfies because, you know, they take those like dad selfies where it's at a weird angle. And you could tell they took it like right when they were in the car, like right when they had to do it. So I've been saving a bunch to my phone.
I found the address. What's the name of this place?
Please, Ryan. This is killing me right now, buddy.
Angel City Brewery.
Oh, yeah, I love Angel City. They got the food trucks and stuff.
Yeah, they have the barrels that you can set your drinks on. I had something that was very, like, tart. It was like a sour beer.
That's a type of beer, a sour.
I like that because it's closer to the cider than, I guess, a regular beer.
Yeah, because usually it's like cherry or, you know, something like that, pear. Yeah, I love that place, though. It's a place in LA, if anyone's visiting, where it's just like a big local brewery, and they brew it all right there. But the inside of the warehouse where they brew everything, like the big middle area, is just like a 2-story hangout area where you can just get like a beer.
It was super packed on a Sunday night.
I went there with Ross a long time ago.
Okay.
Really, really fun. And I've been there with some other people, too. Cool place. Very cool place. I'd recommend, if you're in downtown looking for something to do and you're of drinking age, go check that out on a Friday or Saturday night.
I want to put something in your perspective. When's the last time you got drunk? You would say.
Is this?
No. I just want to say, like, because I want to prove a point by like how I don't like. I just don't drink often.
You really don't, yeah.
So like, when's the last time you were drunk? You'd say.
Now,
not like
define drunk.
Okay, not like 2 beers tipsy, but like to the point where you're like, everything's wonderful, you're smiling, your face is red, you know you're a little bit off balance, you're definitely not okay to drive. 100% not okay to drive. Like you as a drunk person.
Friday?
Yeah. I honestly, if you can help me remember a time sooner than the one I'm about to describe to you, the last time I was like drunk, and not just like getting one like drink and getting a little tipsy. The last time I was drunk, I think, was in Japan, in Shinjuku. Really? Yeah. Like, yeah, I can't remember, like, a time where I just... Because I'll have a glass of wine every now and then, but I don't go out that much, and so I guess you really only get, like, drunk. You don't get drunk alone.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing.
Well, some people do.
Is
you probably stop and get healthy, please.
I found I'll drink by myself sometimes, but never to get like drunk.
No, it's like a glass of wine or like 2 beers or something.
You get like pleasantly buzzed while I'm watching a movie or something. But like
the only time I get drunk is like when I'm with other people. And so the last time I was with like a big group of people whose goal was to go on bar hop was you guys out in I think Japan.
We're bad influences.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I
had a good time though.
It was fun though.
That leopard print place.
Oh my god, we're gonna have fun in Australia, I imagine.
Yeah,
because you'll probably get very drunk in Australia.
Yeah, but I'm gonna walk outside and it's gonna be fucking miserably hot.
No, it's gonna be cold when we're there.
Ooh, is it?
The highs in like the 50s.
Really?
50s and 60s, yeah.
Nice.
I wonder if the mic picked that up.
I don't know.
Ryan made a little
oopsie
in his diaper.
Gotta go change it.
How would you feel if you found out that like I have always worn diapers still to this day my whole life?
I'd feel betrayed. In fact, I'd feel almost as betrayed as if we accidentally skipped the ad reads in this podcast.
Yeah. Good thing we're not going to do that.
Nope.
But we'll do those later.
Later?
Just kidding. We'll do ad reads right now. Let's actually, it's my favorite, so we might as well I want to get this one in early.
Get this one.
Let me pull that shit up, brother.
Ooh, Matthew, what's that smell?
Yep. Am I supposed to say what it is? It's pumpkin spice, Ryan. The leaves are crunchy. The breeze is crisp. It's officially onesie season.
It's what?
Onisi season. Hell yeah. And officially fall. Ryan, what does fall mean?
Fall means back to school. Back from vacation. I'm not going to say vacay. Sorry, MeUndies. Everything dies. Sad. But fall is a time to get soft. It's a time to get cozy, and it's a time to cuddle up. MeUndies, the softest undies in the world, knows a little thing or two about that. Tell us more, Matthew Watson.
Well, MeUndies sends us fresh underwear every single month.
And I love it.
And every time we get that bag in the mail, Ryan and I are like, ooh.
We
bust it open. We see what designs are inside. I'm wearing MeUndies as we speak, like I often do. I'm wearing a dark navy pair. If you guys want to visualize me in my underwear, I honestly
do my laundry,
recommend.
so I'm stuck.
Are you free balling it?
No.
So you have underwear on?
I have underwear on.
Okay. I'm not a fan of free balling. It's not a good feeling. That's why I use MeUndies.
No, I hate it. I used to try to sleep naked, and then I just didn't like it. I have to have underwear. I have to have something.
Same.
I have to, like, even though it's a thin layer, it's like I have to have something protecting, like,
my family jewels.
Yeah, you know?
And that's what MeUndies is for. Listen, guys, when they say they're soft, they mean they're softer than the foam on top of your pumpkin spice latte.
They're really on this pumpkin spice bit.
Ladies, you hear that? That means they're softer than your favorite hoodie. Softer and cozier than drinking a warm mug of hot apple cider.
What if the hoodie's made of chinchilla fur?
MeUndies are not made of chinchilla fur, but that's because that'd be unethical.
Yes.
Softer than fall things. You get the idea.
Well, I would hope it would be softer than leaves.
MeUndies feel just the same as brittle, dry leaves. MeUndies are designed to be the softest thing you've ever put on your body. Available in sizes extra small to 4XL. So if you got a big Johnson, you get that 4XL underwear, you know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah, I think that's mostly for the waist, buddy. But anyways, MeUndies just introduced 5 new silhouettes with the Feel Free collection for women.
Sorry, men.
Designed with every body type in mind and a feather-light waistband for you to feel free. New prints drop every Tuesday, so you'll never run out of ways to express yourself. Plus, members get an exclusive print at the beginning of every month. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. It's a no-brainer, especially because, they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
You're shitting on me, dude. Oh my god, to get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% to get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/SuperMega. Ryan?
MeUndies.com/SuperMega.
Woo!
On to the next ad read. Money.
Fucking sellouts.
Yeah. Humans have been shaving for over 5,000 years. From flint tools to shark teeth to the first copper razor, we always knew that a great shave comes down to the simple, sharp, durable blades.
The ancient Greeks didn't need flex balls or heated handles, and neither do you. That's why Harry's doesn't add gimmicky features to their razors. They focus on the quality that actually matters for a close, comfortable shave, and they never upcharge you.
Join the 10 million who have tried Harry's. Claim your special trial offer by going to harrys.com/supermega.
So I grow this real kind of scraggly, 7th grader looking facial hair.
I'd say 8th grade.
Okay, 8th grade, yeah. Where it's not.
You can tell you're an older boy.
Yeah, like I've definitely started puberty. I don't know if I've completed it yet. Yeah. You can tell that. I use Harry's in the shower, and I put that shave gel on my face, and I take that sharp, smooth blade. It's actually insane how easily it just. And it feels fantastic. No rash or anything.
So what you're saying is Harry's is a return to the essential.
Quality, durable blades at a fair price, Ryan. Just $2 per blade. How do they keep prices so low?
They cut out the middleman.
They own a world-class blade factory in Deutschland that's been making some of the best razor blades in the world for 99 years. That's almost 100 years, guys.
Now they can provide great quality at factory direct prices.
It's also a brand you can be proud of because 1% of sales are donated to organizations that provide access to mental health care for men.
And there's no risk to you for trying them out. If you don't love your shave, let us know, and they'll give you a full let them know.
Don't email us about that.
Yeah.
Email them.
Let them know, and then they'll give you a refund.
Listeners of SuperMegaCast can redeem their Harry's trial set at harrys.com/SuperMega. You get a weighted ergonomic handle for a firm grip, 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade, rich lathering shave gel with aloe to keep your skin hydrated, and a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy on the go. Ryan, where do they need to go to get this?
They need to go to harrys.com/SuperMega. If you missed it in the middle of this ad read and what I just recently said, what is it, Matt?
harrys.com/SuperMega.
That's right. Oh, I love money!
Thanks for the money, Harry's.
And MeUndies. We love money. And to the fans who don't pay for YouTube Premium, thanks for the extra cash. Anyways, what are we talking about?
Sorry, I was over here.
I can lay down like I'm in like a therapist office.
This does feel very therapy-ish because right now, we're actually recording. Even though we have our podcast,
this room does get pretty heated. It's getting kind of warm.
Yeah.
Is it because that door's closed?
I think no. I think the AC is just off.
Is the AC off?
I think so.
Did you turn it off?
No, I didn't turn it off. Maybe Jackson Harrison's mom did. She's here.
God.
She's in the studio right now.
And is she here right now?
I think she's here right now. So hold your jokes.
Well, they weren't jokes.
More factual statements?
Yeah, very factual statements.
She is
something else.
She is something else.
Whew.
But
we'll save that for
another day when she's not here. She cleaned the office. That was very nice of her.
Yeah.
We were recording and we came out and she's just like vacuuming and wiping things down.
She's like, my son works here.
She's like, thank you boys so much for giving Jackson this opportunity.
We actually hired his mom because she needed some extra money as a maid. So
yeah, she's pretty poor. So I wish you laughed like that.
Just some evil fucking.
That's so evil and like callous sounding.
Evil YouTube gremlins, dude.
I like that, man.
Dude, that's our podcast name.
Evil YouTube gremlins. That really does sound like a YouTuber's podcast, though. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Evil YouTube Gremlins.
But Gremlins was made by Steven Spielberg.
I always forget the movies he does. Because like
didn't he direct the first one?
Yeah. But he does all these movies.
I don't know if he wrote
where I'm like,
it,
oh, that was Steven Spielberg.
Like the BFG.
The big fucking gooch.
Yeah.
So it's about a kid that finds like a massive gooch in the woods.
The big friend giant. What does BFG stand for?
You're almost there.
The big freaking giant. The
big fucking giant.
The big fucking giant, dude. It stands for.
Gay.
Is it big? No, tell me if I'm getting it. Big.
Yeah.
Friendly. Giant. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Big friendly giant. That's him. I read that in elementary school. I used to read all those Roald Dahl books. How do you say his name?
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl?
Yeah.
Roald. I don't know.
Roald Dahl. Yeah, Roald Dahl.
He wrote some weird ass books, man.
Yeah, like the sidewalk man walks off the sidewalk.
That's Shel Silverstein.
Oh yeah. Oh, Shel Silverstein's the creepy looking one.
Roald Dahl's pretty creepy too, I think.
Wait, which is the one that
Shel
has
Silverstein's bald with a beard.
Yeah, because he has that creepy picture of. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got like a big smile. He's dead, Ryan. Why you dissing a dead man?
I'm not dissing him.
He wrote great poetry.
He did.
Where the sidewalk ends. He wrote The Giving Tree too. Giving
Tree is probably my favorite kids book.
That's a great book. It's fantastic.
Actually, I have 3. Okay, I have the top 5 Ryan kids books that he liked when he was a kid.
So guys,
in
go out
not
and
any order.
Books.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's hear your favorite
The
kids
first
books.
one, Anansi the Spider.
A Nazi the Spider?
No! It's
I remember that book, yeah.
Yeah, Anansi, the African spider. and her African children who get eaten by an African fish. It happens.
No,
I
know I've read it. It's a sad story.
Then there's the Amazing Caterpillar.
Was that by?
Is it the Amazing Caterpillar?
Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah, the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
What's that guy's name? Ed
Sheeran.
No, not Ed Sheeran. Did not write that book. Who's the guy that made those books?
Sure?
A positive.
Ed Wood.
Yeah, it was Ed Wood. Yeah, that book is so good. Carl something
Ward
something
Norton.
Carlson. Ed Carlson.
Carl's Jr.
No, stop! I don't know who wrote that book, but that guy was good.
I'm only on 2, Matt.
Sorry, keep going.
2. 3, Rainbow Fish.
Oh, same guy.
And then 4. Shit. I had 5 planned.
You did.
I did. You
said a
Abby-Yo-Yo.
Abby-Yo-Yo,
which was in the Reading Rainbow episode. That's where I... No. I think it...
They got the idea from you.
Reading Rainbow. Oh, of course.
On Reading Rainbow.
But that was... There's one other... Oh, fuck, man. Shit, bro.
Fuck.
Okay, help me go through it. There was
Nazi Spider.
And the Giving Tree.
Giving Tree.
Anansi the Spider, the Hungry Caterpillar, Rainbow Fish, Abby-Yo-Yo, and the Giving Tree. I also really liked the book that the Dr. Seuss rip-off artist did with the different colored dogs and the small dogs, big dogs.
Oh yeah, no, he was an artist for Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, but then he started writing the books too.
He was like, oh, I might do something here. My favorite children's books.
I'm kidding. If anyone is actually mad that I called him a rip-off artist, that was just a joke. I was just trying to be very brutal to a very talented person who gave me a lot of childhood memories. But anyways, go on, Matt.
I think my favorite childhood books. I loved the Berenstain Bears books.
I didn't read too much of them.
I loved reading. My dad used to read me the Berenstain Bears books, but he would like abridge them while he read them to me.
Yeah.
So he would like make shit up that was really funny when I was a kid. He'd make like the characters like fart and it was funny.
And then Papa Bear pooped his pants.
Yeah, he'd just like throw that in the end of a page. Like, ah!
Imagine how like your dad probably thought he was like the Jerry Springer of your household.
You mean Jerry Seinfeld?
No,
the Jerry Springer. He was the mayor of Cincinnati at one point.
Was Jerry Springer a failed comedian or was he just some like?
No, he was the mayor of Cincinnati.
Yeah, cool. But like, why was he famous?
Because he was the mayor of Cincinnati.
No, like, why did he get a show?
I don't know how he transitioned from being the mayor. I think it wasn't Cleveland. It was Cincinnati, right?
I don't know.
Some place like that. I don't know how he transitioned from being the mayor of a town to like having the trashiest reality show you can have.
Why do I keep on mixing up Jerry Springer and Jerry Seinfeld?
They're very similar men.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, taken advantage of situations and used young ladies for their benefit.
Jerry Springer did that?
His whole show is based on that shit.
Oh, yeah. That show is...
Where trashy people would come and rip off each other's tops and then like, make out.
How scripted is Jerry Springer?
Very scripted.
Like, there's no way that's all real, right? Like,
no.
Because some of the things are just too ridiculous.
Of course. Like, where it's like...
It's an entertainment show. It's like...
Yeah.
Maury. Like, I wonder if that shit's real. Dr. Phil. Like, I feel like that's...
Steve Wilkos is prime.
Dude, Steve Wilkos.
Like, it's just, he's the best,
if I could have him scream in my face for a few minutes. If I could have him
throw a chair, dude. I wanted to fucking throw a chair.
Don't you ever! Dude, he's insane.
He gets intense, man.
Was he a wrestler?
I don't know.
I feel like he had to start off as like something.
He looks like someone who was like in the military and he's like, I was in the Marines and now I use that knowledge to better you.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit.
We should write a pilot. Like, and try to actually pitch it that you and I were Marines and we're like trying to better people and actually try to pitch it and sell the fact that we're Marines.
I watched a Dr. Phil episode recently. It's so boring. I'm kidding. It's not boring. It's good trash to have on in the background, I guess. But I just don't like it.
He looks.
I used to like those type of shows, like Cheaters. Cheaters was a big one for me.
Cheaters was good.
I'd always be like, oh.
It's like I can't get enough to Catch a Predator. I love that show. Catch a Predator is good. I always will go on YouTube when I'm bored and just like watch
because the compilations, some of them are hilarious.
Dude, I watched one where like this short ass man walks in and he doesn't have like dwarfism or anything. He's just really short. Yeah. And Chris Hansen always throws these little jabs in. And he's like, it took him a second to get seated because he's under 5 feet. And it's just like he just threw that in there. Just one of my favorite moments that made me laugh harder than anything was just this dude in a SpongeBob jacket walking down the street.
Yes, you showed me that.
The man in the SpongeBob jacket.
I just like watching those because it's just, the thing is, since you're watching it from a third perspective and you know what's going on, like, it's like, I'm not trying to empathize with the people that are caught. But in my head, I'm like, there's that whole thing where it's like, I'm about to go have sex, dude.
And then it just flips, and it's like, well, not just have sex with a child.
No, it's still sex.
Yeah,
sex is sex, Matthew.
And it's beautiful, no matter what. No,
but like, they're about to go in their eyes, have the time of their life.
No, I wasn't gonna do anything. I wasn't planning on that. I was just coming to see if it was real.
Why'd you? And I love it, like.
Just coming to hang out.
They always, the reason they get caught is because they get caught in the traps of first arriving to the house and trying to fuck a child.
Yeah.
And then the second one would be like, you packed 500 condoms in your backpack?
What is this?
What is this?
A Miller High Life? Condoms?
I love the parts where it's like, we asked him to pick up Burger King on the way.
And like they show up with it.
Yeah. Because Chris Hansen's just like, I'm fucking hungry, dude.
Like, yo.
Because they do several stings in a day.
They do, like.
Or like over the course of like a week.
And like one weekend, they'll get like 50 dudes. I just love the whole thing where it's like, I just love like Chris Hansen's little like one-liners. Like, it's like, here, there's some cookies on the counter. And he'll be like, okay. And like start eating
This wasn't the cookies you thought you would be having, was it?
Like a glass of milk with those cookies?
Yeah.
It's like, Chris Hansen, man. Do you remember the Catch a Predator episode where they catch the guy? He's already on trial for the same thing, and then they catch him the next night again.
Wait, isn't he just like,
He's like, I've got a problem. It's like, he's like, obviously, you've got a problem.
Has anyone ever gotten away?
Yeah.
Really?
A lot of people do, I think.
Like they get away from the cops?
Oh, no, I thought you meant like they get off.
No, I know they get off because they're sick bastards.
They're disgusting. But no, I don't think anyone's ever escaped. I mean, they have the cops are like outside with the guns drawn.
If there was a smoke bomb down.
I want to see it, but like...
Why doesn't Batman or Spider-Man fight off, like, sex predators?
I know, man. I don't give a shit if some dude's stealing $1 million from a rich man. It's like, oh, we got to stop him from stealing diamonds. It's like, why do I fucking care if some dude's getting his diamonds stolen? I want to stop a guy that's sexually attacking 13-year-olds. So why doesn't Batman do that kind of shit?
I like I was talking with Justin about it. Apparently there's this, like, Marvel comic. I have to... Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick.
Dude, imagine being Chris Hansen's son and he's like scolding you for something, you know? That's got to be the most like, he's good at that. He would make me feel real. Chris Hansen would be the type of dad where I'd say I'm sorry and he'd be like, I'm sorry too.
Okay, here it is. So like Marvel Comics did a comic book where they took the real life event of 9/11 and made it like Spider-Man was helping out.
What?
They're talking about the villains and it's like, even those we thought our enemies are here because some things surpass rivalries and borders. Because the story of humanity is written not in towers, but in tears. And it's like this whole like comic book issue of the Amazing Spider-Man.
So the Amazing Spider-Man was there at Ground Zero on 9/11.
And so some villains helped out and helped clear the wreckage too.
I mean, they kind of got a pass now then, right?
Yeah.
Like the Spider-Man can't go beating their asses anymore if they did
Look,
that.
there's Spider-Man bending a beam.
Now, why don't they all team up and go kick Al-Qaeda's ass? Why didn't they do that? Why did it take fucking 9 years to find Bin Laden? You know, Spider-Man's spidey senses could have sensed that he'd be out in the Middle East, and he's like, oh, I feel it, like he's nearby.
I don't think Spider-Man's swinging around in the Middle East.
Yeah, there's not much to swing on.
I know.
But Bin Laden had that big compound. He could have been swinging up those steps. Imagine that scene from Zero Dark 30, but instead of them creeping up the stairs with a gun, it's Spider-Man just like flinging around the stairs and kicking the dudes in the face.
Okay, I imagined it. Now what?
Just remove your slacks. We gotta watch more Marine movies, man.
No, I'm good, dude. I mean, most of them are so fucking boring. There's this one called like 13 Kings. 13 Kings. I just picture, the slang king. Anyways, with
just a bunch of like really masculine gay men.
Yeah, that's Chris Hemsworth in it, and it's one of the most boring movies. It's just like. All it is like war movie in Middle East.
Well,
there's some marine like there's some war movies that I find entertaining. Like Jarhead's entertaining to me.
I haven't seen Jughead, but I have seen. Jesus Christ! I actually really liked Lone Survivor, not the game, but the Mark Wahlberg movie.
I didn't watch the movie, but I read the book by the dude, the Navy SEAL man, and him like in the book he's explaining training, and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
We would not cut it in boot camp.
No, you won't.
We've talked about this before. We would absolutely. I just want for this.
The training is legitimately dangerous. They go out there on like these inflatable, like for the training, like these inflatable boats on this rocky coast and shit.
I guess they have to though, because they're actually going to be in those situations. So it's like
the only way you can practice being in a dangerous situation is actually putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Of course, you'll have safeguards, but it's still there's still some things that could go wrong.
I mean, marine movies are made for a very specific type of viewer, right?
Yeah,
like Marines probably love marine movies.
What's the last Marine movie that was made? Hollywood's not about Marine movies right
American
now.
Sniper?
Yeah, that's Clint Eastwood, though. Of course he's going to make that. No, but like when 9/11 happened, a lot of the times after that, we got a lot more of kind of like war movies.
Because that's
kind of
like
like
mood,
us winning and stuff like that. The only war movies I kind of see currently are like Angel Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, White House Down. Remember the one with Channing Tatum, White House Down?
Yes, I forgot he was in that.
It was Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx played the president.
President Fox. God, what a weird role. Yeah. Well, it's not as bad as in the movie Pixels when Kevin James is the president of the United States. Wait, it's Kevin James, right?
Yep.
And Adam Sandler's his friend who can just walk into like the White House control room.
Who comes into like the room where like
they're doing like national security briefings.
Where they're watching the assassination of Osama bin Laden.
I wish that would have been a plot point. Like Kevin James is there in the room and they're all like watching the screen.
And it's funny because, like, the character that Peter Dinklage's character was based on actually turned out to be a cheater. Fun stuff, right?
Yeah, no, like, that was a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that
kind of looks like him, too, except you can tell the guy who wrote the script really had it out for him. How do you think Peter Dinklage feels as, like... when he's just being cast as a punchline,
because
when much thought wasn't put into his character, they're just like,
no,
it's
like,
man.
Oh yeah, he's short and he's dislikable, but he's short, so it makes it even more funny. yeah,
like Lord Farquaad.
Who directed that?
Was Lord Farquaad a dwarf, or was he just a really tiny man?
Short man.
Okay,
he's like four. I don't know what classifies as dwarfism in men. Actually, I'm gonna ask.
Well, there's a particular thing that it's not just being short.
It's like an actual genetic condition.
Yeah,
you should watch Little Women.
Nah,
it's a great show. There's a new season coming out.
I'm good, man.
I
watched that show about like the little people farmers.
What?
Yeah, hold on. My Little Family.
See, that's like that type of TV
My Little Family
is literally just like a bunch of producers in a room. Like, all right, people will think it's funny if little people are on a farm. Let's do it. It's kind of like really exploitative in a way.
I guess they weren't farmers. They were just a normal family. Our Little Family.
Where'd you get farmers from then?
Because I used to know through my stepmom. I used to know people who lived out in the country who had like a farm and everything, and the woman's husband had dwarfism, and so did her son.
So that's definitely passed on, like that.
Yes,
that's not gonna like.
It's genetic.
Is it possible to skip, you think? I'm asking you a scientific question that's like, do you think?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know. I didn't research too much about it. I know it is genetic. The likelihood of it passing, I don't know if it's 100% because they did have another son and he didn't have dwarfism.
Okay. Yeah, so.
But he was like, he did have a physical disability where he couldn't walk.
Oh.
So... I just don't know if like the genes in general cause a lot of problems, or if I don't know. I'm talking out of my field like I usually am.
I remember learning about genetics and shit in high school, and biology. That shit's so interesting. Like it's so in depth too. When I start like thinking about it or reading about it, I just like I gotta stop because it like starts to scare me because of how like crazy the world is.
You know how people are like, well, we're never gonna. They were like, yeah, we're never gonna have a black president. We got Obama, and then now it's kind of like we're never gonna have a female president. Eventually, that's gonna happen. Do you think the United States will ever have a little person as president?
That's a really good question.
I personally think that I don't think we will.
Well, one thing to also think
because
about
everyone's
is
so judgmental in politics.
Absolutely,
we've never. Has there been a little person for like
in politics?
Yeah, let me look up. I'm gonna look that up.
Like that did not sound real. That sounded so fake. Welcome to SuperMegaCast, where we'll go from talking about little people, and then Ryan will fart, and then we'll look something up and get it wrong.
List of people with dwarfism.
Are there any politicians?
There's actors and actors, athletes, entertainers, politicians.
Really? By me being surprised, that's not me at all being like not thinking that little people could of course do that. It's just I know how judgmental people are, especially voters.
There's only one living politician who has dwarfism, but they live in but they're from Australia.
Oh.
And they were born in 1941.
Okay.
The other two, one was Poland and Italy. So America has never had a politician with dwarfism.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We have athletes who have dwarfism.
Who? Oh, Wee Man.
Like a runner.
Wee Man's an athlete.
No, he's an entertainer.
No, he started out as a pro skateboarder.
Ooh, okay. Well, okay.
He wasn't originally like an entertainer. He started out as a pro skateboarder.
God damn it, dude! I forgot Vern Troyer was dead. I actually just forgot about I saw his name and I was like, oh.
Same. I was like, oh man.
He's mini-me. They can't do another Austin Powers without Vern Troyer.
Are they making one?
I mean, there's always been rumors that they would bring it back, and just in this, in this time of reboots and all that shit, I feel like if they're gonna do it, it would be within I don't know. There's never a time where nostalgia doesn't sell.
Oh, it's super sells,
But I mean, good old Mike's getting to the point where I feel like it would be pretty taxing on him.
He hasn't acted in anything in like a decade, I think.
No, he was in Glorious Bastards. When did that come out? No, he was in Bohemian Rhapsody. I didn't see it, but he was in it as like some record.
Wait, Mike
dude.
Myers was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of just stepped it back from the spotlight.
Yeah, he hasn't been like a main character.
Same with what's his face, Rick Moranis.
Yeah, he intentionally was like.
That was because his wife was dying, though, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And then who else? There's a lot of actors that kind of just disappeared.
What was there's like a famous child actor that was like in a movie and then stopped acting. Was it the kid from E.T.? No. What was it? There was like a kid actor who's known for like a movie, but he was only in like one movie.
The Shining?
Was that it?
Well, I heard that like he didn't know it was a horror movie.
Oh yeah,
when they just told him. I heard this thing that he still hasn't seen it and he refuses to watch it even as an adult.
Because didn't he say that it was like kind of not abusive on set, but he doesn't have good memories of it?
I don't think Kubrick was very friendly on set when he was directing, especially when he directed the moon landing. I'm sure that was rough.
Yeah.
That is one conspiracy theory I could maybe be like, I could see it. I could see why. I
think for me, it is definitely in terms of conspiracy theories, is one of the most plausible ones in being correct. But at the same time, here's what I will say. I will not say that I am 100% convinced that we did or did not. So I feel like there's enough room in either argument for me to be.
Because it makes sense why we would.
But I still feel like mostly I think
we did.
Yeah.
But I can also see like how that argument might make sense.
Because if we didn't, don't you think other countries would be like, they didn't? Yeah. They're lying. They didn't win the space race.
We went, and there was nothing there.
Even though Russia won, they were the first ones, baby.
First ones in space, but with Yuri Antonov.
No, wait, were they the first ones in space, or were they the first ones to put a satellite in space?
They were the first ones in space.
I thought China was the first.
They had the first person to orbit the Earth.
Okay.
Yuri something, I don't remember his name. But the only other conspiracy theory I can honestly like really
get down on it with is Epstein.
His death. I'm like, there could be something there.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely that there's something there than there isn't. Mm-hmm. But of course, we'll never know.
For me, I don't think with Epstein, I don't think it's something as drastic as they hired some hitman.
No, I think someone was paid to turn a blind eye, maybe, or something.
Yeah, I think
they let him kill himself.
I think he wanted to kill himself, and
he'd already tried.
Yeah, and they kind of knew it. They're like, I think someone definitely made it a lot more likely for him to have a little alone time.
Because they're like,
at the same time, you take a look at his cellmate. This dude's a brutal monster.
Didn't he beat him up?
I guess. I don't know if that's the same one.
No, Epstein beat him up.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of conspiracy theories, you know what I watched a video about last night and still blows my mind to this day? The Malaysian Airlines flight.
They found some of it, right?
They found a piece in Africa.
Just washed up on shore.
Yeah. Like, that's just so insane how like the
commercial airlines, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a ton of people died. Like everyone is gone.
Oh, missing,
yes.
What if we found out that they were like just still surviving on some fucking island somewhere?
It's Lost. It's like the show Lost.
Yeah.
Or what if they went through a time thing and all of a sudden 20 years from now they're just going to reappear in the sky?
The whole Bermuda Triangle stuff.
Well, if you look at the flight path, apparently like
except they didn't go through
someone in the cockpit turned off the transceiver.
So they're thinking it might have been like a suicide thing.
Yeah. I mean that's one of the more plausible theories, that like the pilot did it.
It was one flight or two. What flights went missing?
The same year Russia shot down the other one that was flying over Ukraine. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
And that,
I knew there was something with two flights.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a whole documentary about that. That's so fucked up. Malaysia Airlines did not have a good year that year.
Nope,
that was a real bad year for them.
And then recently, the Boeing has been the most recent.
Boeing's been having a bad year because the autopilot shit or whatever.
It was like something with the software.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything physically with it. It was like a software up. I don't know specifically. I know it was something to do with the software on the plane.
Didn't it cause that one plane to crash somewhere that killed everyone? Plane crashes are like, you get scared every time you fly on a plane, but then also you got to think about like, how often does a plane crash in America?
Not
like
often.
A commercial. When's the last time you can think of a commercial airliner crashing in America? Like a big 300-person airliner crashing somewhere in America. I honestly can't think of in my memory, the last time that's happened.
Yeah.
Like I know it happens in other countries a lot, and I know like smaller planes crash, but like in terms of like an American Airlines like 300-person jumbo jet, when's the last time that's just like crashed?
USA,
because it has happened.
Commercial airline crashes.
Nat Geo had a show about plane crashes where they would just like recreate them and like go over what happened. It was very, very interesting show.
The last fatal U.S. airline crash was a decade ago, and this was posted February 2019 and updated in March 2019.
Remember that guy that stole the plane in Seattle?
Jesus Christ. Sorry, what?
What?
I'm reading about, in February 2009, a Continental Flight 3407 crashed into a house, killing all 49 people aboard and one person on the ground as the plane was arriving in Buffalo, New York.
That's still like a smaller plane, though. Those big ones don't seem to really crash that often, I guess.
Yeah.
They're built to be like safe.
I mean, helicopters crash a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's always the joke of like the rich people dying in helicopter crashes.
Yeah, and also like, flying's like the safest way to travel because you're more likely to die. And driving on the highway is super fucking dangerous when you break it down.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous. You're just in like a huge piece of metal and explosive fuel that's like just flying down. And the only thing keeping you all from crashing is just your own each person's sense of judgment and painted lines on the street.
Gotta follow the rules. A lot of people don't here.
No, people drive like shit in Los Angeles.
Yep.
It really stood out. Like the first time I went back to South Carolina and drove, I was like, whoa.
It pisses me off when I see that one person going like 90 and they're like,
swerving
of course
between everyone.
They're going, I'm like, don't do. It's because it's like they're not the only one on the road. All it takes is for them to not see a motorcycle who's changing lanes and they've killed someone. All because they have some innate desire to feel cool. Like, that's all it comes down to.
Cool to people that they'll never see again, and people who don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Because they don't see them.
It's like, the minute I see a car like that, I get a little bit peeved.
I get pissed off. I'm like, come on, man.
But then I forget it within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not making a statement. I think a lot of people on the road, everywhere, this is attacking, but a lot of people, it just comes across like they don't have a lot of power at home or in their workplace. So they use that on the road a lot. Like, you'll get people that will tail you in the far right lane, even though it's like, dude, there's like 2 lanes over, you can pass me in. They want to feel powerful.
Yeah, it's like bullying. Yeah.
There's a lot of bullies on the road.
There are.
Don't bully on the road, please, guys. Like, legit, be cool and like try to follow traffic laws as close as you can, because honestly, it's you only get one life, and if you don't care about your own, then at least do it for other people like that are on the road.
Think about your mother driving home from the grocery store and some jackass is going 90 and then bam.
Nothing spiked. Like, my blood pressure boils whenever I hear something about like some fucking intoxicated jackass that kills a family because he's driving drunk.
Like in the wrong lane too.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's a video of like there's on the highway and there's this truck that's obviously it looks like it's going like 100 on the highway and it just pretty much turns another car into powder. And it's like he's going that fast. Why? Because he's drunk and just doesn't like. I don't know. I like it. It's so shitty because driving is a dangerous thing in general, but a lot of people don't take.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, but a lot of people act as if they are the only ones on the road or the only ones that matter on the road. So it's like everyone else is not someone to work with to get to where you're going. It's everyone else is an obstacle. And you can't look at everyone else as an obstacle. You need to look at well, you can, but I'd say look at everything on the road as almost like a threat. Like I look 2 lanes.
That's why
I look 2 lanes over if I'm
too.
changing lanes just because I'm afraid I'll be changing lanes and also we'll just meet in the middle and
oh, that's my biggest fear is because I'm like, what if I change lanes and the lane's open, but someone else is changing lanes at the same time and neither of us saw? Like, who's at fault in that case? Is that just case by case, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also, like, there's really no good way it can end because you're either going to get pulled over, given a massive ticket, points on your license, you're going to crash, which if you are lucky enough to survive, you got to repair your car. That shit's expensive. And the other option is you just die or kill somebody else and got to live with that.
Just don't drive drunk. Don't play games with people on the road because the only way you can have any bit of control of your life is when you're behind a fucking 2-ton vehicle.
No, go on Call of Duty and call some racist stuff out loud. Like, that's how you do it, you know?
Get it out
that's
of your
what those
system.
people need to do.
Yeah.
Well, they do that as well.
I think those people just need to like go to like a glass warehouse and smash a bunch of glass with a mallet or a hammer.
But break some glass.
I mean, I can't think of a better way to end the podcast than on a good note on drive safe.
Drive safe,
and
guys.
make sure you're keeping yourself and others on the road safe.
Don't drive drunk either. I know you're like, if you're at the point where you're saying, I think I can drive, that's probably a sign that you should not be driving.
Yeah.
If there's any doubt there. Because also, even if you're not, let's say you're just a little tipsy and you're still capable of driving, you're not going to be 100% good at driving. And then if you get pulled over for something like registration or something, you're going to get a DUI. Sorry, Jackson just slid something under the door.
Hold on. Can you grab it?
Oh, he set up the printer.
So what oh,
it's a picture of Brent Lilly.
With a Christmas tree.
And he's smoking a pipe?
I remember, I think I responded to that tweet with a very handsome man with a nice 6-pack and pecs who had like a wreath around his dick. He was like, post your Christmas trees or something.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. Man, I got to start sending him my Christmas trees.
He has a pipe.
Look at Brent with his little pipe.
Little corn cob pipe, dude.
Why? I want to know why he...
Corn cob pipe.
Why is he inside with a pipe? That's what I want to know. He's not smoking it.
No.
He just has it in his mouth.
And he's doing the pipe look. I don't think he's being... Is he being serious there? I feel like there's a little hint of like, I'm a playful guy. I joke around.
I can goof around a little bit. Yeah, that's Brent for sure. He's got that little... The gamer smirk.
Yeah.
A little bit. Which y'all know what the gamer smirk is. It's that like one eyebrow up like, like...
But with driving safe and our printers working now, the SuperMegaplex.
Yeah, so there's an update.
I guess that's a way to end the podcast. We want to just thank everyone for continuing to listen. We are 158 episodes cleared now. We're making our way through. Almost, we're going to make it to 200 at some point. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be sneaking right
unless
around.
we die because one of you jackasses decided to drive drunk on the highway.
And then everyone's going to do the clown meme because we said in a previous podcast, if we die in a car accident, people are allowed to make those clown memes of us. Remember?
I would hope there would be footage. So like it shows me like launched out of my car and then like someone tracks the clown emoji
like
on
the
my
nose
face.
over your face.
Oh yeah, or just the nose on my face, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys heard the man. So if that happens, how awful would that be?
You'd have to deal with it. I wouldn't.
I would not. It would fuck me up to see those videos. And when you know how people on the internet are, everyone would always DM it to me and send it to me and shit.
They'd send it to my mom.
Yep. Because some people on the internet are real class clowns.
I'd send it to my high school, to my college.
And do it all.
But,
well, anyway, we're going to get going. I got to take a shit.
Cool.
And I'm going to go hang this picture of Brent up somewhere. Do you realize how much ink Jackson just used printing this?
Luckily, we don't, not any of this expensive color.
Black though. That's a lot of black. He printed
in that picture.
It's almost just like a black piece of paper at this point. So that's
it's fresh ink though.
It's fresh ink. Yeah, that's. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get going now. Check it on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, all that stuff. Check out our Patreon if you want to see some more extra bonus content. Love you all. See you next week.